in court. I have a massive case in court, you know, big case. That has been in the court now for years and years and years. And in fact, as we speak, the arrest.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hear me I say. Me they all listen to 119. And me I tell you say I dead with laugh. Dead, me I dead with laugh. And me I work at the same time, I have some help I work for you know. So, you know what I mean? Go and connect with the people them. And me I beg the people them say, listen now. I have a playlist called the Today's Content. You see me? I'm gonna need my people them to storm the Today's Content playlist. Any video that you missed will be in that playlist. And let me explain to you what I mean. You see the videos that go over 1,000 views and get good traction, usually YouTube put those out in the algorithm. You see the videos that don't get that, it means that they haven't reached you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave those videos in the Today's Content playlist. I have a playlist called Today's Content. Zane? So I could hear where 119 have to say, you might reach out to Keep Rich and this next lady, the girl who then did lock up, where thick man, she did burn out the police them and I threaten them. Hear him argument because I not lie. Hold on the people. Yeah, you look at me can do it like this because I don't want to cover the microphone part so they can hear properly. The argument where 119 I'm making up, I have to admit, is a solid argument I'm making up. Yeah, I make a solid argument. I don't know how it got hold up in a court, but I make a solid argument when it comes to the cybercrimes law, cybercrimes act. Zine, and me agree with him that this Jamaica is becoming a police state or is a police state, and they're trying to muzzle freedom of speech. Pat W, how you doing? And that is a very dangerous thing. If you guys know your history and understand other countries that have dictators, this is where it begins. This is where it begins. Alright, so listen to him argument.
In charge of the dancehall artist Keep Rich. The arrest and charge of 119. And the arrest and charge of a young lady known as Dana Warren. That is the young lady who does 119. And the arrest and charge of a young lady known as
Pat W, what's up, love?
As Dana Warren. That is the young lady who, after the death of the Don Tickman, she went online and made a video, a threatening video towards the police. The police locked her up. The police charged her. The police charged Keep Rich. The police has charged 119 under the same law. The same law. The same police station. The Spanish Town police station. And these three arrests and charges are having a chilling effect on our society. And for those of you who don't know, chilling effect is a legal term. It just means that it is scaring away people from expressing themselves. Chilling effect. No law should have or should be having or...
You see, I recover from a surgery. Well, thank God. Thank God for that. Guys, double click. Miss Chicago, how you doing, beautiful? Salute to you. Make sure y'all sub up to my YouTube channel. You can see it there on the screen, Bolo TBV, all right?
Likely to have a chilling effect.
No, when you're talking about the chilling effect, yes, you can see it in the social media space. They are definitely threatening the vloggers. freedom. They have been trying to muzzle the vloggers then. They don't like the questions that the vloggers ask. They don't like none of it. They don't. You understand? And they use social media to win their campaign. And social media is going to be the detriment of their campaign this time around. And it is what it is. And there's absolutely nothing they can do about it. You know? All I hear the Prime Minister talk about, you see, he is putting up this confidence of, oh, you know, you really can't do anything. I'm going to win anyway, although 85% of Jamaica is willing to vote him out. Some way that they allegedly have planned in their mind that they are still going to win the election. I guess he has confidence in, I don't know, whatever they're planning. I don't know. Although 23 seats are the only seats that are settled and the election is not called yet, they are still confident. But anyway, back to 119.
And if there is any law that has ever had, is having, or that has the potential to have a chilling effect, meaning stopping people from expressing themselves freely. If there is any law ever with such a characteristic, that law is certainly the cybercrimes law. And apparently he look like the Spanish Town Police have a special interest in using this piece of law against its perceived enemies or its perceived enemies of its friends. I say, true, me now I'm not tun figure no policeman for orchestrate nothing on my behalf. Me no have no tun figure no police.
That is funny, honey. That's funny. Oh my God, that is funny.
Hey, so they're wrong with him, you know?
I say, true, me now I'm not tun figure no policeman for orchestrate nothing on my behalf. Me no have no tun figure no police. And my bottom is a virgin bottom. It has never been touched.
God, we can't bother with this
And
man.
no policeman will ever get this bottom.
Yeah.
I am going back to God with my virgin bottom. And I know a lot of fish are in the police force, but
truth.
me nah give up my body for you.
Dark truth. Hey! Oh, me die in trial. No, sir. Can't bother. Me can't bother. I can't bother, brother.
Hey, whose ass is this? Oh, man, is this?
Hey, y'all, please remember to hit the like button. I know y'all come in sometimes and y'all forget, but the main thing, man, y'all gotta hit the like button, man. And share the live stream. Come on now. Stop playing. Support. The like button is free, heard? Nah, white people, man, tell the 119 a boss, yeah, man. Hey, what's up, Sassy? He's not available.
Do nothing for me. And me now no tun figure nobody.
Yeah.
The orchestrate nothing for my behalf.
Mighty God.
So I have been trying to get Kiprich on the phone. I have 2 numbers for you, Kiprich. I have been calling and texting you and getting no response. But anybody know Kiprich, tell him that 119 is trying to reach him.
Yeah.
Because I would like us to have a united front going up against this unconstitutional, draconian, oppressive, undemocratic piece of legislation called the Cyber Crimes Law. And this chilling effect that this law is having on our society, it is affecting all vloggers and bloggers and everybody else now.
True.
Afraid to freely express themselves.
Right.
It is one of the arguments that will be put into the Constitutional Court. I mean, I tell you, say, straight out of my brain, the argument you come from, you know. Right up here, so. In a me top here, so. All of the arguments you hear me with. And they are cogent arguments.
You see that word that come up again? Cogent, clear, precise, strong, holding firm credibility. Yo, cogent.
Me I tell you, say, anyhow, I chew my mama, you know. Never have the money to send me to school, you know.
Tell them, my boss, and big up my mother same way. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. I probably would have in a parliament if me go school, you know. I probably would not be one of the architect them when I do some of the big contract them about the place. I probably would have in a real estate. You know what I mean? I true, I'm a joke thing.
Anyhow, my mama did have the money to send me to school. It's our next KD, this year look planning up KD night. KD night 2.0. Can you imagine me not going to school and I come up with them and sit here? You can imagine if me did go to school? Eh? So no policeman is going to get my bottom.
Mighty God.
None.
Mighty God.
And this young lady, she is still in jail. And I hear she have some mental challenges. But the law is being...
Hey, you hear what the man say, hey, that you tell the easy, you know? I don't know if I'm me alone, I listen to him good. The man say, she's in jail. And I hear she have some mental challenges, then hold on there. It's a alley hoop that he might give her, you know? Because if she have mental challenges, then can't charge her for nothing, you know? Boxer, hey, you know, so the brother go like in nonsense. But he fully no dunce. He fully no dunce, you know?
Weaponized by the police to use against its perceived enemies. Because Kiprich did a dub plate in tribute to the Spanish town Don Thickman when he was cut down. And the police felt offended by the dub plate that Kiprich did and tell Kiprich to come in and arrest and charge Kiprich. And the young lady, even the young lady who issued threats to the police, she issued direct threats to the police. And that was wrong. That was wrong. And before I go any further, I would advise the Attorney General to advise the government to immediately repeal Section 9 of the Cyber Crimes Act and save itself the embarrassment and enormous expenses that will result. Voluntarily repeal the law and voluntarily compensate all persons who have ever been charged under Section 9. That is my humble advice as a citizen of Jamaica, because it violates the core human rights to free expression, and it does so violently.
My God.
So listen to me now, I want to listen to me good.
My God.
The young lady who threatened the police and is still in jail for it.
Yes.
Listen to me good. Open on your ears wide and listen to 119 you now.
Yeah, man, him still a hold on for the green people, them same yes. But him definitely I go after them where this is concerned.
Listen to me good and tell me if it makes sense. If you and someone has a dispute, the two are quarrel in each other's face. You go up in the person in the next man's face and say, boy, watch me and you. I'm going to do this to you and I'm going to cut your throat and I'm going to this and that. And the remedy for that person is to go to the police, tell the police that you have threatened them, and the police warn the person, warn you against carrying out your threat.
Listen to
or
this.
the person can go to the court's office and take out what is known as a threat warrant. You go to the court, the judge fine you a little fine and warn you against carrying out your threat. That's it. However, if you move from in front of that person's face,
Yeah.
if you're not open at their face, and you call them and tell them what you're going to do to them. If you just move away and go a little distance and go on your phone and send the same words to the person, you can be charged and get up to 20 years in prison. You become a criminal for doing the same thing, you know. The one where you open him face and tell him what you're going to do to him, you know. That is more dangerous and more risky, you know, than if you move away some distance from him and send it to him phone.
Right.
But still, the only time you become a criminal is if you move away some distance and say the very same things over a phone. You see how asinine and stupid this cyber crimes law is?
No, if what he's saying is true, you know, them really have got to reevaluate this law, to be honest. I mean, because if a man they right in front of you and a threaten you, and the process is what he said it was, you don't get locked up on the spot there, so. Right? There's a process. I'm going to play it again what him said. No, I'm saying if that is true, if what he's saying is true, and the process is what it is when you're right in front of the individual, you being on the internet and saying anything, a person is not physically threatened when you are on the internet saying it. They're not threatened. The only way I could see it being magnified if that person is like somebody that has clout, or them have a following, like the prime minister, like ministers of government that come out and say you must take it to the streets. Why wasn't Desmond Mackenzie arrested under the Cyber Crimes Act? Why wasn't Warmington arrested under the Cyber Crimes Act? They have come out and they have made statements that are gaslighting statements that can rile up people that are politically dunce. You understand? People that are just dunce. We have followed them. So how comes the police they never lock up politicians? Any politician with up on the JLP or the PMP side will come out publicly and make certain statements. Why them never lock them up? Start with the bigger heads them. Right? Since as this law is whatever, like why them never lock up them people? I mean it just came to me a while ago. They have made more inflammable statements towards not just one person but a group. The Prime Minister called the PMP people them dog chasing a car and him not apologize for it. Isn't that gaslighting statements that could cause, you see, I'm telling you, you see this foolishness, what them are come with, they are going down a very dangerous road. People are too sensitive. Alright? Come out on the feelings. This is a dangerous road and act when them are going down where people cannot have freedom of speech. Because if people start to think and really analyze the law, it is rubbish. It's actually rubbish. Because if you're going to use that same law, you're going to lock up everybody. People say things hot out of their mouth all the time. You get me? I say out of you know, the heat at the moment. But for them to be locked up for that, and face 20 years in prison. No. That's madness. That's actual madness. When they look at the gravity of what they said, they never said anything in detail. You know what I mean? That could be perceived as a premeditated plan of action. It's madness. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna use that same law the way you're using it, we'll go lock up Warmington and Desmond Mackenzie if it's stuff for them, say. Talbot said they're gonna take it to the streets to defend Andrew Jones. What that mean? What does that mean? Why nobody never lock them up? Why the police never page them? Think about these things. And we can screen record this and share it everywhere. What I just say a while ago. Because I really want to know. I really want to know. That make no sense to me. Let me play that back. You know, so it's something that really made me think though. Hold on there.
And warn you against carrying out your threat. That's it.
Hold on there. Paul, go back.
The remedy for that person is to go to the police. Someone has a dispute.
Yeah.
The two are quarrel in each other's face.
Right.
You go up in the person in the next man's face and say, boy, watch me and you. I'm going to do this to you and I'm going to cut your throat and I'm going to this and that. The remedy for that person is to go to the police, tell the police that you have threatened them, and the police warn the person, warn you against carrying out your threat. Or the person can go to...
Hold on there. The other day, I looked at one video where Atta Fire Press put out to do one girl where Anne Ramsey, big up, that went to the police several times about her baby father. Same a threat for keep unalive her. But they never put him in prison now. And all this a man I say. What him say on the internet compared to a situation like that. How comes them lock him up? Unless you say something wrong with the judicial system. Unless you say them ass backwards. We have a real life threatening situation. This is one perfect example. It just come to me a while ago. I don't know if you guys remember when Atta for the press plate. I must talk your mind TV. Or one of them. One of them played this girl. Or it was Andre. I don't remember. One of them played this girl. I believe I did Andre. No? Andre, me did see it, pan. Yes. Andre Stevens. One of them, I think Andre Stevens played this girl. Let me see if I can find it. Play this girl where she's a hairdresser basically, seeing, and she have a client, and the client, she couldn't find her because her boyfriend come to her workplace, her baby father, and the girl said she have several reports in the police station them all around Kingston, and that man is walking around free. So all the money might use the Cyber Crimes Act. Zine and a lock up YouTuber. But people up on the street are threatening them baby mother. And several reports out there of them, of him threatening his baby mother. And they don't lock him up one time. Why somebody make that make sense to me? Because me lost. Probably something wrong with me. Me always open for one argument. Somebody explain how that makes sense. Please, me I beg you. I am begging you to make it make sense. What can go so? That's asinine. That's really stupid for you. Sassy, talk to me there. Me don't know. You ladies them. You don't feel protected in Jamaica? And them a type of system. How that makes sense? Next thing you say, the boy, them a wait pan him to go do something to the girl. Before them lock him up. Before them put out a restraining. I really believe that the state needs to take up those issues. Especially when it has to do with violence against anybody. the trick, they like serious, like, you know what I mean? Sassy say, I'm in Toronto. What she say, well, they can be held accountable if war was to break out because it's several of them that put these verbal threats. It should be so. I agree. I totally agree. Zane, but let me continue. No, sir.
To the court's office and take out what is known as a threat warrant. You go to the court, the judge fine you a little fine and warn you against carrying out your threat. That's it. However,
hey, one Andre not easy, you know. Andre really cover Shannon Sharp story. Hey, Andre the normal, you know. Andre cover Shannon Sharp story. Mighty God. Shannon Sharp now none to do with Jamaican politics, and Andre can cover his story. You know, say when I plan to cover it, I say, yo, you know, I not do touch upon that because I know say audience I have over here, so I have to wait till we get one new audience here, man, because them are people in the business about them something over this about. It was a very viral story. It was a very viral story indeed. Shannon, I not tell you lie, the second audio that will come out, you know, look good, my general. You look like you're guilty as charged. It appears to be that if that is not AI audio generated, it appears to be that you have been a very bad man. What is these guys' interest in 19-year-old girls at the age of 40? You know what I mean? Over 35. What you deal with? Why, Shannon? A grown man from the country area. You're from country. Z, man, find you a nice lady, man. You know what I'm saying? Find you a nice lady, bro. Hey, that comedian lady tried to warn you now. No, it don't look good. It look like him really a go down. Him really going down. That girl I go strings him for everything him have. And him deserve it. Why the hell I go put yourself in that situation? Why, bro? Why would you go into a long thing with a girl like that? Yes, she's doing her thing. Whatever. It's supposed to be like some, you know, sex for money, right? Whatever. Allegedly. Right? But why? A 19-year-old, bro? You got a... Me couldn't see myself have a daughter where is older than 19 and me have a relationship with a woman younger than my daughter. I just feel like principle-wise, that is wrong. I don't know. Maybe something's wrong with me, but I don't know. That just is... It's wrong, bro. In my opinion, that is wrong. The dong. Pause. That sounds weird. Anyway, let's continue.
However, if you move from in front of that person's face, if you're not open at their face, and you call them and tell them what you're going to do to them. If you just move away and go a little distance and go on your phone and send the same words to the person, you can be charged and get up to 20 years in prison. You become a criminal.
Mighty God.
If you're doing the same thing, you know. The one where you're up in his face and tell him what you're going to do to him, you know. That is more dangerous and more risky, you know.
True.
Than if you move away some distance from him and send it to him phone.
Facts.
But still, the only time you become a criminal is if you move away some distance and say the very same things over a phone.
Mighty God.
You know see how asinine and stupid this cyber crimes law is?
Yep.
So, I am just here to advise. All I am doing is giving my advice to the citizens of Jamaica as a public service, as me being a concerned citizen. That is all I am doing.
Prince Diamond,
and it is all part and parcel of my
Where is it?
fundraising
Cybercrime?
campaign because me need enough to contribute. Me need enough to contribute so me can take on the big wigs so me can stand up for you. Because I have another case in court. I have a massive case in court, you know, big case. That has been in the court now for years and years and years. And in fact, as we speak, I had to get an accounting firm to do auditing, years and years and years of back auditing. I have 2 lawyers that I have to be paying. So it's taking a lot out of me, that case.
Oh, so 119 broke. 119 broke. He had a case that take out money all time, so that's why I look for the people them help him. Well, I wish him all the best, you know. Yeah, man, I wish him all the best.
Yes. I don't have the money to fight so much battles, me alone, which is why me I tell you now. Me I tell you everything, you know. Which is why me I tell you my business, you know. Because me telling other people business, me not afraid to tell them my business. That is why I have to be coming to now, so help me out. Send me a little thing towards the fund so we can fight for you.
That is
119.
funny, honey.
And please
funny.
remember to subscribe
Oh my God,
and
that is
press the
funny.
notification bell.
Yo, big up 119. Now people will find the clip, you know. Listen to this.
At this no Jamaica.
Listen to
It's
this.
a serious crime.
Yeah, listen to this.
We're not gonna wait till him kill her before we do something about it. We're not gonna wait till him kill her before we do something about it.
You know, it's some on road, man, lick me in my face and everything.
It's an awareness post and I may get a little emotional in it, but just not pay that no mind. Mini story time awareness post, guys. All I'm asking you to do is to share this video. Share the video. I'm not even asking you to like the video. Share the video because someone's life is in danger. So a customer messaged me yesterday and she was saying she wants a wig. So I said, alright, no problem. She said she got there poppy in. Then she messaged me back and she said she not got there poppy in. She got there XYZ location, which is her place of business, our workplace. So I said, alright then, no problem. Even better, the delivery will less for you. When I go to our place of work today, I'm gonna see her. I'm gonna see her. So I said, alright then, go get some donuts. While me wait for her, I'm not easily get upset. I normally give customers like a 10 minutes grace period before I start getting upset. With this customer, I never for the slightest reason think on it because at first me that called her, I never get her. And then I was there waiting to the point where I'm going to line to get something for you because I know I love my belly. Alright. I never get her and then she start calling back, which she call up my Instagram. I'm gonna miss the call, so then I call her back. When I call her back, she said,
People, me not speed this up. That girl that talk fast. I open her ear where she said she talk fast.
she's so sorry, but she not there at work. Or baby before I come to our workplace and create a scene. Me now don't know what to do because I first me experience this. She said she did up at XYZ location where she did initially for day. So she don't know if she can carry come because she still wants it, but at the station she go for go report him again for the umpteenth time because he not stop sending her text, same one, kill her and ask them comfort. I'm able to attach the clippings. I got her permission to attach the clippings and I'm all for girl power. I'm all for girl power. I told her, so if you're a family member of this person, just know say, she never initiate the video. Me tell her to make me put out the video. Each one help one. A real woman will repost this video, see it and post it on them WhatsApp, Instagram. We need to help this girl. She is the mother of a child. She is someone's daughter.
Mom. I'm tired, I'm post, I talk, I go station, I not get no help. Him with some on road, man, lick me in my face and everything. What? You know, say I can't go manage him. I'm not really have no family member to say, yeah, that's why I'm doing so. But I'm tired, I'm talk up everything. I go to station, go reporting about threat. Them don't do nothing about it. To them call and talk about it, after stop me up and shoot me and kill me.
So I said, alright, we already go to my father, so alright, no problem. Now I'll go out of my way because my father at Mona and she would have been close by. Cool. When I go to her, I for the day I wait one next probably about 10 minutes. For some strange reason, I still never get upset. I still never get upset. And luckily, who I dep on the road with is a person who have grace and patience, a very nice person. Thank God I'm not far with people with, you know? Yeah. So when she come now, my friend said to me, say, She walk like she out of it and a girl there look for you. And a girl there meet. So I say, I don't know my color, she answered for some realize yeah, she. So I say, what me alright, me start talk to her let me know her the first girl that I want wait from me. She said no, him not stop and she tired for reporting, she tired of this and you see her eye full up of water, she ready for breakdown. Me same time no stop her in her tracks, make she stop talk and me just start talk and never want she break down.
People want to pay attention to the detail of that story, you know. Because the youth are still a walk around free, you know. But Keep Rich get locked up. And 119 get locked up for cybercrime. But a youth we have him baby mother. We literally threatened her several times. The police them not lock him up yet. But just try to show no the point of 119 making of the video. Listen to the detail of this. Listen, just listen.
Road. So may I say, so you report it to more than one police station. Okay, the police them are the last people for really help you the real way. It's always when the situation gets out of hand, them ready to intervene.
Bingo! Bingo!
It's always have to be detrimental for them really do something. Because if she constantly report this man and this man see her car would see me and lick her in her face and them something, they're like, what is happening? How are we protecting our women? Anyway, she further start explaining and say, you know what, our baby father, and even our baby father, she not asking for nothing, she stay all time way. She not calling him phone, she not texting him phone, she not nothing. But him insist say, I'm gonna kill her, I'm gonna stab her up, when him go to her workplace, he pretend like something him did have to give her.
People wanna hear where the man might think of.
And because him want them, he might try to lure her out. Until when them call her on the phone to say her baby father, they at the workplace. And when you start talking to him, I say, I stop, never stab you up and them something there. Like, me not know, correct me if I'm wrong, but him a coward. If you watch this, you're a coward, a woman strength you have. Why you want to kill her? What if a man out there this you? Why you never kill them? Me know man this you before, and you never walk down the man them so I start down the man them. But I get baby mother you have strength for. What woman to push out your child and I take care of your child, they want unalive. So she proceeded to say, nobody not really help her, but at the same time, how them gonna really help her? So me I say, you know, have no big brother, no uncle, nobody to slap him down the ground and like, you know, broke him foot or something, make him understand himself because clearly.
Yo, you hear that? Listen, man, let me tell y'all something. I don't want to hear no women saying, oh, we don't need men, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. Y'all better start appreciating men. All right? Y'all better start appreciating men. Because in these circumstances, a man has to stand up. For most of the times, a man has to stand up. Right? For the women. Right? Men protect women. So I don't want to hear no woman out here being unappreciative of men. I be looking at y'all crazy when I hear you say some foolish stuff like that. Like, I believe that they should have like a tag put on ungrateful women. She's an ungrateful woman. She hates men, and men should stay away from her. That should be a sign put on the top of her head. I'm dead ass serious. I am dead ass serious. It is disrespectful, all right, for them to say, men ain't ish. We don't need men. All we need men for to belittle men until your life is being threatened and your life is on the line. And then you say, oh, comes and never did help by your man and rate. Now, granted, there are women out there that can handle themselves. But ladies, listen, you are not going to be in a situation where you're going to win a battle against men. I don't know why people have this thing with them just want to start a gender war between men and women. We should be united. God, we should be united and we should appreciate each other. God brought us on this earth for that specific purpose. To be helpmates for each other. You might not call a man a helpmate because he's the leader of the house. And this is segueing into other conversation. But when they really look at, even if a woman make more money than a man, you know what? Let me find that clip. Mighty God, I've done here. Let me find that clip. The other day I played that clip. And me I tell you, say, so all the people reach out to me and I say, brethren, if the woman them did really meds like that, the world would be a better place. See it here? I want to listen to this. Listen to this.
God made Adam a suitable helpmate, and he made that helpmate not because she's weaker, but because God has given men a capacity and a responsibility that women do not have, and we have to be honest about it. We can say he's not a man, he doesn't know how to lead, he doesn't whatever. There's still a capacity inside of him that God did not give us as women. And one of the biggest examples that I can give of that, imagine it's raining and you're in New York City. And if you've ever been to New York City or in France and it starts raining and people start selling umbrellas on the street, those $5, $10 umbrellas, they're not worth much, but they get the job done until you get home. Imagine you have that man. You have the man that gets the job done, isn't anything special, but he gets the job done. That man, no matter how little you view him, is made to handle the rain. You were not made to handle the rain, but you were made to hold up that which can handle the rain. If you didn't have that umbrella, you would come back home smelling like what you were poured on, what poured on you. When a man comes back in as that umbrella, he gets dried quickly, water repellent, it falls off of him, and no matter how equipped you thought he still was built for the rain. The difference also, some of you want that Neiman Marcus umbrella. Some of you want the wood handle. Those things are heavy. And if God gave you a man like that, then you have to be the woman that can hold up that man. Because an umbrella that is not used, it can be for the rain, for the sun, it shields, it provides shade, it allows what's under it not to be touched. We are the vessel, not weaker. We are the vessel that was meant to let the one that God gave us be held up and used for what he was made. So now, as a wife, I want to say, I don't want to get wet. I don't want to sunburn. My skin's not built for that. So instead, I'm going to let the man be who he was meant to be. And if God gave me, which he did, my man's about as heavy as this table. That means God made me capable of holding him up. If my man is not doing what he was made to do, it's because I, as his wife, am not holding him up.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna be playing that a lot. Lessons. Let's continue.
A woman strength him have. She said no. I said that's not the problem line. That is where the problem lies, because there's nobody to put him in place. Make sure you ever have one done in our family and say, what? Make a man slap him in the face tomorrow. My kid, you not, him probably don't have nothing to do or say about that man, but I baby madam have strength for.
I have reporting on the book till it can't done and no police don't know about it. No police don't know about it.
You go one different station?
I go police, I go town, I go over there, so I go arbitrary and nothing happens.
No, make me take it as
You know, hear how much place she go for help for the police, how much police station she go about share them, and no help. The man still a walk around free and threaten the baby mother. But yet still, 119 get locked up for something and step on the internet.
step further.
And watch you know, and possibly facing 20 years. Mighty God.
Why? When him see her on the road, it just lick her in her face. Yeah, it is that bad. She said when him see her on the road, it would just lick her in her face. She afraid for her life. She fear for her life.
Wow.
And you in yourself as a you're no man, you're a boy. You're a boy. You in yourself feel good for no say you drive fear in the matter of your kids. It no matter what you do, it no matter what you probably have her for, nothing justify you wanting to take in a life. Can you make life? Can you create life? Can you push it out? I want to see if we not going to spread that video here because I'm going to attach the clippings. I want to see if we not going to spread that video here and circulate it so this girl can get help, some real help. Because clearly, nobody not take this thing up in them and the real way.
Private number, call on my phone, same way. I tell him what I today. I say, oh, you can't talk to your son. Oh, I'm reach up on my workplace. You know how that shameful? Remember say I work with them, I'm up there with disgrace. Until the manager say a police shop.
Them can fire you for that and then we are going to provide for your people when that happen.
And the same thing.
This boy, because man no behave, so any man we want kill a woman, a boy, he needs to be stopped. He needs to learn.
Well, I understand what she has say when she say my boy, but really and truly he is a man. He's just one of those men that are violent towards women. He's a man same way. I understand, but I understand what she has say, you know, because she emotional and she pissed off, she gonna say that. But he's a man. Splash DJ, what's going on? Markland Fagan say, I love that ma'am. Truth is God friend, so am I. Big up yourself. You know? He's a man still, baby, but he's just one of those men that are abusive. And if them really check him and check him history, they might find some deep-rooted reason why he's so abusive. He probably was abused when he was young. Yeah, they say hurt people. But me not make excuses for him. Much like everybody else, you have females where hurt men. They hurt them in a different ways, but you know, it's because most of the time it's because of something that happened in them past. We have a lot of trauma in our society, especially melanated people, and we don't normally go for we don't take mental health very seriously, and because of those traumas, we say man in a boyfriend. Listen, man, me not gonna argue with him about that. Me understand the woman in perspective. Them not gonna say that, but he's a man, but he's an abusive man. And when them are charging, them are gonna charge him as a man. To them not gonna charge him as a boy. When them are go to prison, them are gonna charge him as a man. But anyway, what me I say, mental health is a serious thing. You understand what I say? And we need to start taking it more seriously, because you know, even when you get in a relationship, I always hear my mother talk about courting. You know, people don't like the religious or the biblical way. But you know, I really have to say, when you really analyze life and you really look into it, there's a lot of great advantages of going the way of what God says to go. I mean, it's not foolproof. Nothing is. There's no full certainty. But if you was to do an average, it's pretty close. No, you have to court the person. You know, the longer you court, the better, because you're going to get to really know who them is. You understand? Before you engage, like what the Bible says, if you get married or whatever. Yeah, so it better. It really, really better. And even sometimes when they do that, like me say, it's not 100% because people know if you hide in true colors. But if you're really sharp, you're going to see the signs. You understand? Especially if you're a praying person and you're locked in with the Most High. God is going to reveal that person to you. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, police here will look you up quick and fast if you put hands on a man. Yes, overseas, no, listen, I believe overseas it's extra protection, but then it becomes sometimes a type of abuse to men, because the women use accusations against the men even when they don't do anything. And because of how the system in America and Canada responds, the men are automatically deemed guilty. And I don't appreciate that. And that is why I wouldn't want to necessarily live in those places. Under, say for instance, me get married and if we go get stay. No, hell no. I'm going to walk into that place. I said this already. I'm going to go to America under God's grace, not because I'm married to a woman and get citizenship. No, sir. I'm gonna go to the foreign land on my own. I'm going to learn the laws of that land, and I'm a pretty, I'm pretty smart, so I understand certain things like how women can set you up in those places, especially when you have some value. I've learned a lot from a lot of men that live over there that actually went through stuff. And it's not always the men them that is just bad. You have some wicked ass women, evil ass women. And they use the system very well to their advantage because the system gives them a lot of power. So when men have the power, them abuse it. And when women have the power, them abuse it. People are just people. Well, let's continue. Lord have mercy, what happened to this?
His lesson. He needs to leave this woman alone. Can we come together and do something about this? Can we share this video? It can't reach to one commissioner for the commissioner sign her and help her. Somebody, anybody, she'll have to lose her life first before and do something about this.
Mighty God.
What are the necessary means and ways? Because she said she go after the police station. She go crossroad. She go. I must go 3 or 4 police stations. She go. She tired for reporting.
Yes.
What's next?
Yes, that's true.
You must analyze her first before something get done.
Terrible, man. Terrible.
The girl was literally like, you could have told her she just frustrated. She don't know what to do. You could have told her she
You can't see her shake when she wanna even talk. The girl, what she talk about. She wanna shake. She's very traumatized. They need to do something.
Head from her foot. I see her on my eye, them full up of water when I see, oh, this girl. Like, you could have seen the fear in her eye. You could have seen she tired. She never even got to go work because the boy don't go call them disgrace for her. And someone now come in the comment and talk about, oh, some of them pick up certain type of man, that is besides the point. No matter what type of man they pick up, not justify.
No, it doesn't justify him doing that. But you have to take some responsibility. A lot of you ladies ignore the signs. Alright? Oh, yeah, this song that what am I singing now? A bad man she love. Alright, go and talk to the bad man. When the bad man box along and chop you up, you want the world for sorry for you. They didn't know say a bad man. Why you take up the bad man? Me I gonna stop you right there, so lady. Me I gonna stop you right there, so. It doesn't justify it. However, them have a saying in the good world here. You spread your bed, you lay down in it. This is like you seeing fire and walking into the fire. What we supposed to do? Blame the fire? Man, you got to be kidding me. You know it's fire. Fire burns. Why wanna go take up some man who wanna know that about this is a specific group, you know. I'm not talking about every woman. I'm talking about a specific situation. Exclusive. What if I wanna take up some man who wanna know the man name history? The man them all have history already. I don't have one look nerd over there, so we are good youth, we are going to school. And you know what I mean? Him, you know, him a look a decent youth. I don't not even speak on him. I don't not even pay him no attention. No man. And the road boy image you no love. Road boy image you no love. And the road boy you no like. Well, you have to learn. You have to learn. Yes? A bad boy you don't like. Well, you have to learn. Go ahead. If you can't hear, you have to feel. You spread the bed and lay down in it. And that is a specific group. I'm not talking about every situation. Someone know good well. So this man don't work. The salt on him back are real germs. I want to still take him up. I want to still take him up. Granted, someone don't have no mother where they teach in the right way. I know father, good father way, you know, should I be an example too now. Even in those cases, you know, still stray. I know how the man do it too, you know. You know say the woman that crosses and are wicked. And when the woman take everything on have in a ball, and I can talk about people for sorry for them. I see everything for them. Radam.
The man not go and walk and stalk her down for kill her, stab her up, harm her. You never know what can happen. Yeah, it probably do to scare her. But, you know, she said she called the mother. When she called the mother said there's nothing that she can do about it. You can't even talk to you.
So, that are the case. Right there, so. Where, as me say, 119 definitely have a real good argument. 119 have a serious argument. We can't even tell a lie. 119, yeah, big up yourself. Now, Mackenzie promises drain fix for homeowner in Portmore. People, that situation is insane. Only listen to this.
Apparently the drain wall has collapsed and it's compromising the structural integrity of the house, particularly the house I live in. I figure more or less the rest of the neighbors is just a drainage problem apart from the neighbor across the road. So we have had visitations before, but it seems now that Mr. Mackenzie, the Honourable Minister, has secured funding for the drain project to start to fix the problem. When the rain falls, my dining area floor is wet. The water runs underneath the driveway out onto the road because the water has nowhere else to go. And then it undermines the soil that is under the house. So basically parts of my house is hollow, underneath this hollow.
What is worse it has ever been?
Worst it has ever been? I guess it's when the living area, you couldn't pass in it because the floor was so wet based on the volume of water that was under the house and had nowhere to run off.
The MP Robert Miller, who unfortunately is not present here because of other commitments we spoke, and my apologies on his behalf. The MP took me here a couple years ago because of the complaint of the residents here at Texas Avenue about a drain that runs adjacent to the premises, and now we're discovering that it even probably running underneath the building. That has been creating some serious problems for us. We came, it is something that requires a lot of engineering support in terms of finding the solution to the problem. I engaged the National Works Agency, and they have been working with the team, the Ministry of Local Government, to come up with a solution to the problems. It has taken a long time, but because of the depth of what had to be investigated, because the problem just didn't start here on the premises. It started a couple rows back where we went, and end up
More than look.
rows further.
More than pay attention to the Mia face. More than pay attention to the Mia face when Desmond attacked. Hey, yo, I tell you, say, yeah, man. Yeah, I tell you, boy, I tell you, what are the people? Let me plug in back the box. Boy, they must sit me a real joke, but it's serious. I like how the brother from the milk.
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
Lord have mercy. Sorry about that.
No. And we have seen one standard situation where the drainage system is compromised. It is compromised in many ways where the boundary walls were constructed on top of the drain. Brings unnecessary pressure.
Look there. Boundary walls was constructed on top of the drain. Damn.
And then these walls collapse. And what we are seeing now is a result of the collapsing infrastructure that is now affecting the residents. And this gentleman here has been paying the price for it. The ministry has provided some funds because of the procurement process, which I have asked the ministry to expedite expeditiously. The procurement, it is now out for procurement. I'm not going to say what the amount is because I don't want people now to go now and pre-bid on it. So it is out to procurement. Once the procurement exercise has been concluded, then we'll be working closely with the National Works Agency, the Municipal Corporation and the Ministry to ensure that the project is done and done properly. One of the things that I've asked the NWA and the Ministry to do is to get the services of a structural engineer to give us a proper assessment as to if any damage has been done to the existing residents, because once we go in and do the work, then we want to be in a position that we are sure that there is nothing else that is going to be posing a challenge as it relates to the residents here.
No, I am not a engineer or anything like that. However, I can imagine water is one of the most powerful elements on earth, you know. Is there anything in life that doesn't have an element of water in it? Is there anything? Let's just say that majority of what is in the earth has some element of water in it. Can we all agree? You don't talk about the human body. Trees, animals, pretty much everything that has life in it has some element of water in it. And I'm telling you, water can create water is just, it's too persistent. It does not stop. It will erode. So if the water is going under this man's house, you can see the crack under the ground. People, the man, yo, I'm going to listen because this is one of the normal. Listen to this.
I want to say I, respect the owner, because we have spoken on several occasions and he continue to raise concerns, and when I explain to him the fact that there's a process that we have to go through. Finally, we have crossed that hurdle. One of the things that we're going to be doing for Portmore and moving Portmore forward as the 15 parishes to have a look at the physical infrastructure of Portmore, the ones that falls under local government.
Look at the face. Look at me and Thomas' face. When him say, me just want to pay attention. Look at his face.
We have crossed that hurdle. One of the things that we're going to be doing for Portmore and moving Portmore forward as the 15 parishes to have...
You see your face change? Oh, I don't know if you know... Hey, listen to me, man. You know what me is not a normal man. Hold on, let me go back. Look at me, Thomas. Yes.
Doing for Portmore.
Listen, look at me, Thomas.
Moving Portmore forward as the 15 parishes to have a look at the physical infrastructure of Portmore. The one...
Yo, me all biting lip. Me I want to tell him, say, brother, you don't have no future. You don't have no future, bro. You don't go in a government and you don't win the election. Me say, me biting lip. Me I want to say, me and Thomas was so. Jamaica people. Me and Thomas want to say something. Hey, me say me they are dead with laughing. Me I watch it. Me I say look at me and Thomas face. No Sassidi. Sassidi come on me and Thomas face.
As the 15 parishes to have a
yo, as he say 15 parishes start smile.
Look at the physical infrastructure of Portmore.
Yeah.
The ones that fall
watch him biting lip.
under local government, because communities like this were built decades ago. And we are seeing changing conditions. And people have invested a lot in these homes.
Yeah.
And this is going to be the responsibility of government to ensure that the infrastructure that takes away the water, the infrastructure that allows them to live in comfort, is in good working condition. So the procurement will take about 4 to 6 weeks. Once the procurement is done, I want to assure him that we will move hastily to ensure that the contract is signed and the work is executed, and that the structural engineer will come in. Now, there are some technical components of the project which I will ask somebody from the NWA just to explain that for me.
Yes. So we find that we have an issue where the water from Arizona Avenue into the drain from that side comes right across to Texas Avenue, and what seems to have happened is that there is some compromise as related to the drain culvert. So what happened is that because of the constant flowing of the water, it undermines and eats out the entire area. So that's what from a visual perspective. But we'll be asking a structural engineer as it relates to the house edge, to get some better particulars on it so that we can better able to deal with this situation.
The Portmore City Municipality, we have to visit the site more than one time, and as the minister explained before, that it takes a process to get it done. And one of the observations today that we see where it is necessary for us to get a structural engineer to assess the situation so that we can know how to approach it. Because when you look at where the boundary wall is and also the house itself, then I think that before we touch anything at all, we should get some advice from the technical persons to see what is the damage that is under there, that we know how to approach it. We have several of these drains that run through premises, such like in Passage Fort, Independence City, Edgewater. These are some of the conditions of the drains, and over the years you have seen a lot of the sewage line collapse because they were made from asbestos pipes and they are giving way now. So these structures within these communities, we know that they are getting bad, but this is the worst one we have really come up on. So we have to assess it properly and care about it.
Say your name, man. My name is Courtney. Hey people, you can hit the like button for me. Selassie, Jaja. Come on, let's hit the like button for me, people. Alright? Thanks.
Independence Division, and I'm representing the Member of Parliament of Southeastern St. Catherine.
What's your concerns about this?
Right, so we would have been visiting on this area for quite a while, and through the efforts of the Member of Parliament, the Parish Council, we are now at this point, so I want to personally thank the Minister for his intervention, because I know Mr. Parnell and Ms. Hyatt across the road have been suffering for quite a while. You know, these areas have been built for 57 years to be exact, and most of these drain walls have been inundated. So as a result, we are now seeing the collapsing of these areas now, right, which are allowing the water to be pouring beneath the housing developments. So this is a remedy situation, and the Minister, of course, has committed to us 3 years ago, and is now back 3 years after to ensure that this is
Jason Carson, the observer.
Yeah.
During my tour of the two premises, this one here and the one across the street, you realize that there is some bit of damage to the structure. How will the government be addressing that? Is there an element of compensation?
Remember I said that one of the things that we are going to be looking at is to get a structural engineer to give us a proper assessment. And the assessment is going to cover what has caused those external damage. Okay, so I'm not in a position and I'm not prepared to speak on that. The first phase of what we are going to be doing now is to prevent the water from eroding and compromising any further infrastructure. And while that is being undertaken, we will now bring in the structural engineer, as I said before. This is critical because we don't want to come to that piece.
Double tap, guys, double tap. Come on now, double tap.
Extent that we are going when I mention the structural engineer.
So Minister, I can appreciate that you can't give us a figure.
No, I'm not.
Right,
I'm
no,
not
like I said, I can appreciate that.
I'm not prepared to give. It is a tender process. The value of the contract falls within the category where it has to go to tender, and I am only prepared to say it is going out to tender, and that is all I will say on it.
Fine. So can you or your engineer from site, from what you have seen, give us an indication as to the magnitude of the work?
No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. And I hope that you will respect that position. If I say ABC, I'm going to be...
Thing get spicy right there, so you know, man, I have some answers, but they don't give him none.
To go to tender, and I am only prepared to say it is going on to tender, and that is all I will say on it.
Fine. So can you or your engineer from site, from what you have seen, give us an indication as to the magnitude of the work?
No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. And I hope that you will respect that position. If I say ABC, I'm going to be compromising the process, and I'm not prepared to do that. It's a tender process, and you don't make announcements about costing once it is a tender process.
My question now, I'm not sure who the crossing, you said that they build cross the boundary line. During this, are there going to be anything to where they come back to the boundary wall or what?
This is why the structural engineer's report is critical, because the structural engineer will be able to tell us whether or not there has been encroachment or not, and what is the reason or reasons why we have what we have. So, you know, look, I want everybody to understand that the sensitivity about this is that that Mr. Parnell has been living through hell. You walk inside his house, you can feel the tile moving. We can't attribute that to say it is because or it is not because. We are fixing the drain, which is the important thing, and then the engineer will come in out to tell us, guide us what to do, what next is going to be on the agenda. Okay, and I hope that I am making myself abundantly clear. I'm not prepared to say if it is 10 cents. I am prepared to say that it is going out, it has gone out to tender. And the NWA is on board with us with the ministry because they have the technical capacity above what we have at the MC and in the ministry to assist us in the process. So it is a join up approach. The ARPM is here because the ARPM also has responsibility for where you live as it pertains to flooding. So we have brought in the technical team in to deal with this matter once and for all.
So it is safe to say that, Nelson, that you cannot arrive at a cost because you have not done the preliminary assessment.
I'm going to answer you again. It is out to tender, and that is what I will say to you.
It just, I don't know. I don't know if I can defend Mackenzie's position on this. You know, because the reputation of the JLP, you know them way there? And the way I answer the man, the last thing I'm saying here, so I don't think this is an unreasonable statement.
Arrive at a cost because you have not done the thing.
So we have brought in the technical team in to deal with this matter once and for all.
So it is safe to say that, Nelson, that you cannot arrive at a cost because you have not done the preliminary assessment.
That would be a yes or no answer. It is safe to say you have not arrived at a cost because you and your technical team have not done a preliminary assessment. The fact that he did not answer that, it says to me that they have done a preliminary assessment and they have come to a cost, but they just don't want to disclose the cost to the media. And if that's true, why? Why wouldn't they want to be open about the cost? I'm sure we're going to hear mark down this date and mark down this situation, ladies and gentlemen. Remember this eroding of this man's house. And remember, I tell you, that this situation is going to come up again. Now, Bangarang last night. Straight Bangarang last night. Me, I watch Andre program. And me hear out of my little birdie ears what Andre say. The Auditor General allegedly has a bombshell to drop. How much I only can wait for the Auditor General report like me? Mighty God. It is alleged, ladies and gentlemen, that the Auditor General has a bombshell to drop. I hope my internet fix, by that time, Father God, please, may I beg you. You know the code. Me want my internet fixed because me need to really go in on these things, in a swift manner. Now, people, I cannot wait to hear what type of report the Auditor General is going to put out. And Andrew went as far as to say that it could cause Andrew Honest to resign. Now, people, you can imagine what could the Auditor General have found that would really force Andrew Honest to resign. Force him to resign, I mean, I alone hear that last night. Let me find it. Hold on there. And before me find it, I'm going to take a look on this. Take a look on that something. I've got to turn it on because I load it up. I've got to turn it on.
2019.
In our bilateral discussion.
What? What does that matter go?
This is in 2019.
In our bilateral discussions, amongst other strategic discussions on trade and investment,
Right. I will deal with Chuck do it. Chuck rejects call for return of standalone. Hey, may I tell you say yesterday them people are all criminal as far as I'm concerned. In my opinion, why would Delroy Chuck oppose a political ombudsman, a standalone political ombudsman. When you see what go on and the man might take down the people in poster. Oh, no integrity in a unina. I don't like these people. Yo, Regine, I not even want to read the article there because I be a cuss, me go cuss. Yo, they get on top of my nerves now, man.
Is in 2019.
No, me I go save it because I like zoom in.
In our bilateral discussions,
Yeah, man, tap in eyes, man. Sure. Dark side.
This is in 2019.
in our bilateral discussions, amongst other strategic discussions on trade and investment, we spoke about education and technology. And the Chinese government has agreed that they will assist us in building 3 new STEM schools. You know what STEM means? Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
So they start building school yet. This is from 2019. Yo, them money make some grand announcements today now. And where timeline upon this? Did he give a timeline?
The government of Jamaica will also fund 3 additional STEM schools, and they will be spread strategically right across Jamaica. So we will be doing, within the next 6 years, 6 new STEM schools. That is conservative. Depending on how our economy does, I am committed to putting more resources and putting resources faster to this project, so we may be able to have them within 3 years.
In 2023 conference.
The Education Transformation Task Force to study the problem, and they have given us the report, and we're about to execute upon that now. Just last week, Minister Favour Williams and Minister Clark signed with the World Bank to with the World Bank to build the first STEM school. You know what STEM means? Science, technology.
Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Didn't he say the Chinese are going to build a STEM school in 2019? So now the World Bank did what? Hold up. What? Wait a minute.
You know what STEM means? Science, technology, and signed with the World Bank to build the. Just last week, Minister Favour Williams and Minister Clark signed with the World Bank to with the World Bank to build the first STEM school. You know what STEM means? Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We need more scientists. We need more people who understand in technology, whether it is artificial intelligence or natural intelligence. We need more engineers, and we need more people who have a mathematics foundation. Every time I say that, you have some people say, remember the arts. We have a natural competitive advantage in the creative arts and the creative industry. We haven't utilized it enough. We haven't formalized it. And so it's not just that STEM school.
So hold on there. So him, they in a power for 9 years and know so we have a competitive advantage. And him admit so they not utilize enough. That means they are one failure, brother.
We're going to be building what we call a STEAM institution. So it is science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics.
Mighty God. Mighty God. This guy is something. Shout out to that person that made this. You guys are amazing. I mean, big up on yourself. Big up on yourself. My goodness. Wow. Now one I lick me for 6, man, all right. Andrew Holness. Jesus mercy. Father, take your wheel. Well, man, play that again. Hold on them. No.
Is in 2019.
In our bilateral discussions, amongst other strategic discussions on trade and investment, we spoke about education and technology. And the Chinese government has agreed that they will assist us in building 3 new STEM schools.
So if the Chinese government assist us in building 3 new STEM schools, or the World Bank come in right as that at 2019, or the World Bank come in at 2023. You know, where the journalism there? Anybody ask this man these questions?
3 years.
In 2023 conference.
The Education Transformation Task Force to study the problem. And they have given us the report and we're about to execute upon that now. Just last week, Minister Favour Williams and Minister Clark signed with the World Bank to the World Bank to build the first STEM school. You know what STEM means?
So now at the World Bank I build a STEM school. So where the Chinese go? Where the Chinese go? Una give the Chinese all of these things. So what the deal there? Where's the schools, bro? It's 5 years now. 6 years now as a matter of fact. 2019 now at 2025. So a 6 years now, right? Where is the schools? Where is the 3 STEM schools that they're supposed to build? As a matter of fact, he said that the Chinese would build the 3 STEM schools and the government. Hold on, make go listen to this again. No, sir.
Is in 2019.
In our bilateral discussions, amongst other strategic discussions on trade and investment, we spoke about education and technology. And the Chinese government has agreed that they will assist us in building 3 new STEM schools. You know what STEM means? Science, technology, engineering, and...
You see, moving forward, we really need transparency in Jamaica. Before a prime minister make these grand announcements, there needs to be concrete planning, signatures, and documentation that is cogent, right? Cogent plans for whatever it is that you're announcing. If there's no cogent plan in terms of an agreement where signatures are signed, we don't want the government officials to come out and mention it. We don't need that. I believe that is misleading, and they use these things in campaigns to win elections. And then after 6 years, we have not seen a STEM school built. Jamaica, is it just me? You guys are okay with this? The man said the Chinese them is going to help us to build 3 STEM schools. And you know him lie so much that him say it over again the same way. You know what STEM means? This guy is incredible.
The government of Jamaica will also fund 3 additional STEM schools.
Oh, wait a minute. So the Chinese is supposed to help build 3. The government is going to assist. The government is going to fund an additional. Sassy calling. Lord have mercy. Hi, Sassy. Hello. Yes, ma'am.
What does Jamaicans know about stem cells?
What do they know about stem cells?
Yeah, how much Jamaicans really actually know about stem cells?
We are probably at 0.01% where that knowledge is concerned.
Okay, so you see the new schools that they're building up for the Chinese, right? You think that's what the stem cell schools are all about?
Well, STEM actually means science, technology, just like you said, and it's not really about.
Pardon the person put out the video about the technology school that they're building, 3 technology schools.
Yeah, it's a long time them talk about it. A long time them talk about it.
So there you go, and it has nothing to do with Jamaicans. Now our born Jamaicans don't know much about these things. They don't really hear about these things. So you know they're out there doing everything. The Chinese doesn't take over Jamaica. They just take it over. You Jamaican people are not going to be able to live there. But if they were going to the Chinese.
Yeah, but it's not. I want to correct you. It's not stem cells. It's just it's a STEM school. It's not stem cells. Is different. Yes, it's different. Yes, stem cells is literal cells that them take from people body, right? And them use it in some other thing. And it's not the same thing. It's not the same.
I know it to be the same. I don't know how you.
No, a STEM school. No, a STEM school is not stem cells. And a stem cells is a physical thing. A STEM school is an acronym for science, technology, math, and the other thing. It's not. Okay. Yeah, it's not the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, though.
Right. So you don't want to mix that up, right?
We're going to leave that there for now.
Yeah, man.
At the end of it all, Andrew up to something with these Chinese and you guys.
Oh yeah, we can agree on that. It's a takeover. I mean, the brother said, Jamaica is going to become the first Chinese colony because the government is selling it out. It's the truth. Hey, science, technology, education, and maths, right? Huh?
I knew it was going to happen from the time Andrew put up money on Jamaica when they were doing the Jamaican.
Oh yeah, the independence. The ceremony. Yeah, the presence of the Chinese was significant. Yep.
I knew from then this was going to happen. I knew the takeover was going to happen. We said this is a big takeover because to start off with, he was insulting Jamaicans.
Wow, I didn't listen to it. But the other day I didn't listen to that ceremony. I only saw pictures. But the other day there was an article that came out in the Observer the other day, and I'm telling you, Andrew Holness was bigging up the Chinese. He was even bigging up Singapore because it's an Asian prime minister that's there, and him throw shots off at the Western world, just to suggest that the Western world, especially USA, they're not as bright as the Chinese. Hey, man.
Those busts that they brought in is a big indication as to where.
Yes, they're putting in all the infrastructure. They're putting in all the infrastructure for the Chinese. Mm-hmm.
Okay, they have all the Chinese flag, and their bus is made up of green on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not Chinese and you're not Labourite, watch and see if you can stay in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Mark my word.
Remember.
No one ain't doing in Jamaica.
Remember, say the bus them, is you have to have digital currency if you go up on the bus them.
Oh my gosh.
So them a push the needs. It's all of it. It's all of it. It's all of it at the same time. They're literally trying to shove. They're literally trying to shove down this system down our throats. This one world order system that they're capping for.
I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared for my luck in Jamaica. I'm very scared.
I wouldn't be. I would be in prayer. I wouldn't be scared. You understand? I would go in prayer.
Of course, we have to pray. No doubt. That's what I've been doing. I know I've been praying. You know, but I mean, at the end of it all.
Yeah, we can't.
Any kind of challenge like that, it's just scary.
Yeah, we don't want to operate in the spirit of fear, especially when we
can't go to there. We can't go for them place. Go do nothing.
No, you cannot. You cannot go there and do it. Even
God that tears up with hurricane and earthquake and all kind of something. God that do it for me still. You know, can you ever sleep or something that ain't got you?
Yeah, even the mechanic shop for them open, the auto mechanic shop for them open. I don't think the Jamaican people understand that they're testing us. And then they had the audacity to come out in an article saying that it's a collaborative effort, collaboration with the mechanics. How is that possible when you didn't hire one Jamaican? Yes, them literally are spitting our face. Literally.
No ways about it.
Man, listen.
With my big mouth, but hey, one day I want to see Andrew enough to tell him something and I'm like, me.
This article that you see on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, from the Observer, titled Jamaica Can Too, on your own time, is a very long article. I want you to read what Andrew Williams is saying about the Chinese. It's like a transfer of power to the Chinese, as far as I'm concerned. This article is an indication that, I remember, the Canadian president or prime minister, he salutes the Chinese. I wonder if you guys know that. Yes, he been saluting the Chinese. Listen.
That boy wanted to beat the prime minister.
Anybody that you see admires the Chinese and is groveling over how they have achieved what they have achieved, they are dictators.
Yeah, but in Toronto, he had to get the hell out. Nobody wanted him no more. He had to go.
But Trudeau has the people in place. It's much like what Andrew is doing. Andrew right now is pulling a Trudeau. He knows he's going to lose the election, right? And he wants his people positioned in certain areas for him to keep leadership power of the party. That's what appears to be going on. That's why you see the infighting down at Matthew Samuda seat and the other place, Mike Henry, and our next place as well. Right?
You know, in Toronto, I get what you're saying, but even though it's the end of time, I mean, we can see that it's really it's coming up on the end of time, but...
Yeah, Carl Samuda, yeah.
At the end of it all, what happens in Jamaica cannot happen here.
No, I agree. Even, Nora said Audley Shaw seat too. Audley Shaw seat in a problem too. That's settled neither. Yeah. And then you have man. And then you have Moreland. Oh my God. It's a mess. It's a mess. But only remember, keep this in mind. Remember, there's allegations that the bodyguard or the driver Fidelano was shot at. The JLP is notorious for taking out their own, I mean, literally taking out their own. Historically, they are notorious for it. You can't put it past them. Can't put it past them. You understand? Yeah, so people, we kind of in a problem place right now, man. Yeah, but I gotta go. I have a lot of work to do. I can't stay on with you the whole time. I already did 2 hours, and that's sufficient. I didn't expect to take this long, but it is what it is. Like I said, I have a lot of work to do. So, salute to everybody. It's your brother Bolo VNR, and I'm out. And thanks for Sassy for calling. That was impromptu. And salute to all my mods, man. Salute to all my mods. I'm out. Miss Chicago, thank y'all for pulling up. Everybody, you know, everybody in the bushes. Remember to hit the like button when I end the live, because I don't know why y'all don't do it while I'm here. All right, I'm out. Mummy, what going on?